It smells like Jolly Ranchers, the watermelon. Oh, it is so delicious. Oh, sorry, I said taste. It smells so delicious. I have never tasted it. Okay. Hi beautiful thinkers, Temi here, T-E-M-I. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome if this is your first time. Thank you for joining us. So today I'm going to be doing a full face using products that once upon a time YouTube loved. And you know, YouTube really talked up this product. Once upon a time, all these products were a lot of beauty guru favorites, okay? And some of us, I'm sure, bought it because of our favorite beauty guru. So I'm just gonna be doing a full face of those using those products only. A lot of them I've had in my collection for quite a while. Some of them is new, not a lot, but some of them is new. So we'll just get right into it. I already I already prepped my face with moisturizer and my serum and all that jazz. So let's go into, yes, how many of you remember this primer? I don't know if I can even get any more in it. It's the BECCA Evermatte Poreless Priming Factor. I don't remember when this primer came out, but when it came out, everybody swore by it. It comes out, it's kind of like a creamy solid. For those of you who don't know what it looks like, that's what it looks like. And the selling point was that it helps smoothing the skin, because it says poreless priming perfector, so it helps with large pores, and it's also supposed to keep your foundation matte or your face matte all day. I think it was the matte that was the selling point for me anyway. It was the matte that was the selling point, because I have oily skin and I didn't want something. I wanted a primer that would help my foundation remain matte, because I had issues. I had issues for years making foundation stay on my face. Yeah, that's another story for another time. But I remember that one of the, if you can notice, I'm patting it in. One of the issues people had with this primer was that if you rub it in too much, it balls up. So some people were saying they didn't like it, and then until you figure out how exactly to use it, which is to just pat it in the skin, and if you can tell, it leaves like a white residue on your face. I only use it in places where I have large pores and oily, where I get oily the most, which is usually my cheeks, basically my T-zone. You see already that it's already boiling up. Yeah, that was the issue that a lot of us had with it, and for a long time I stopped using it. I'm like, oh, how am I supposed to use something that just keeps, yeah, see, just like that, that just keeps boiling up, boiling up, you know, it kind of crumbles as you use it. So like I said, what you want to do is, you don't want to rub it, you want to pat it into your skin. I even used it in my kit for a long time, guys. I used it for quite a while. So, but you know, to tell you the truth, I really didn't feel like the primer was worth it, because it was so expensive. I don't remember how much it was, but I'll put the price somewhere in the video. It was so expensive, man. So for the price, I don't know, I didn't feel like, from what I remember, I didn't feel like it did what it said it was going to do. Back then, you guys won't believe what I used to use. I used to use milk of magnesia back then, and that worked, but I realized it wasn't good for my skin, so I stopped using it. Anyway, so that's that for BECCA Evermatte. It was an oily skin girl's dream back then. Every oily skin beauty guru was like, yes, you need this. It would make your foundation last all day. I don't know about that. We'll find out. I'll see, you know. Like I said, I don't remember it doing something so like great to the point where I would justify the price. So we'll see how it does today. I always do my brows first, so yeah, that's what we're gonna do today. So this next product would be no surprise to anybody. Okay, it's the ABH brow pomade. Yes, I know we all remember this product. This product changed the YouTube brow game, and this is actually almost new. I've had it for maybe like 2 years. It's actually the one that I used to use in my kit, but I don't use it anymore. The one that I had the shade Espresso. I finished that baby up. But it takes forever to finish this thing. It took me years to finish that Espresso. Was it Espresso or Ebony? I think it was Ebony. Yeah, it took me years to finish it. So I never bought it after that because I found something else. I found it's actually a L'Oreal lacquer liner, cream liner. That's what I use for my brows these days. It's pretty much the same thing. It's just that L'Oreal one is a little bit creamy. This one is a bit more stiff. But just leave the L'Oreal one open for like a few hours. You will get the consistency of this one. But oh, this thing changed a lot of people's brow game, man. We gotta give ABH kudos, man. ABH really changed YouTube brow game for a lot of us. Okay, beauty. I think beauty community in general for consumers anyway, because I'm sure something like this is not new to professional makeup artists. For those of us that are consumers, this was like it was like a new invention. But the thing is, with this product, if you're not careful, you will get like a really bold brow. But I mean, you can make it a bit more soft if you want. I haven't waxed my brow in I don't remember when, okay? And it's not gonna be waxed for a long time. We are in quarantine, so anywho, so I'm gonna just do my brow because I need concentration to do these brows, okay? So yeah. The shade I'm using is dark brown. As you guys can see, it's very cool. It has a gray undertone. That's why I don't use it on myself. I like something with a bit more warmth to it. But this is the only shade I have, so it's just gonna have to work. This second item also is not a stranger to a lot of us' collection, I'm sure. And that is the LA Girl Pro Conceal concealer. This thing was so popular, and I think the reason why it was so popular was because back then, especially for those of us that are a bit more melanated, back then the only concealer that was like really catering to us, like having like a really wide range of deep brown shades, was MAC. And not everybody can afford MAC. I wasn't trying to buy MAC. So when this came out, and when this came out, it was only $2.99. It was either $1.99 or $2.99. So it was mad cheap, and then it had a lot of shades for us to choose from. There was no video you would watch, okay, that you would not see LA Girl featured in it. It was that popular. So I'm just gonna use it to clean up my brows. I'm just using my Physicians Formula for my eye primer because I know back then MAC Paint Pot, Urban Decay Priming Potion Primer, whatever, those two were really popular. And even Too Faced Shadow Insurance, I think that's what it's called. But again, I was not going to I wasn't going to buy high-end eyeshadow primer. So back then I used to use a bunch of different ones from the beauty supply store, and I don't have any of those ones anymore, so we'll just go with what I have. I'm using a different color, dark cocoa, for the top of my brows. I haven't done this type of bold brow in a long time, guys. It might take me a little bit longer. Why I haven't done it is because it's so time consuming. So the brows is done. What do you guys think? They look even enough, right? I don't remember the last time I did my brows like this. It's been like weeks, if not months, you know. It's been a long time. Another thing I used to use the LA Girl concealer for is to prime my eyelid. I still do that actually, although I haven't been doing it for the past like month because I just wanted to just cut time and also see how well my Physicians Formula primer actually is. Yeah, so I said back then especially for those of us that has darker skin. I personally realized that shadows didn't want to show up on my eyelid, because I also have hyperpigmentation on my eyelids, so my eyelids are a bit dark. So when I learned from YouTube that I could just put something light, like a light base, and that's one of the reasons why MAC paint pot was so popular, because you could get like a color that was like a bit lighter than your skin tone and use that as a base for your eyeshadow. But then we realized, you know what, we could just use concealer. So another reason why LA Girl was so popular, because that's what I remember, that's what everybody was using back then. I've had this particular shade for years. I think it's time to throw it out, because I think it's beginning to act funny. It's acting funny. And mind you, this thing cost like $4.99 now. It started at either $1.99. I think you could get it for $1.99 in some places back then. Now, if you can get it for $3.99, you better thank your lucky stars. Let's go on to the eyes. Bam! Do you guys remember chocolate bar? Mine still smells like chocolate, by the way. This is the Too Faced chocolate bar palette. It's a very neutral kind of palette, you know. A little bit of some pizzazz colors in there, but it's mostly neutral. People talked up this palette, and it took me years to actually pick it up. Years after it came out to pick it up, because I just was not about to spend money on it, okay? And that is why when I decided to pick it up, I bought a used one. I don't remember where I bought it, which website I bought it, but it was used, because I was not about to spend $54, $45 something on this palette. I was like, no, we're not doing that. But it's a very pretty palette. To tell you the truth, I've only used it on clients. I've never used it on myself, because back then the palettes I used to use were Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild was winning the game in eyeshadow, especially from the drugstore. Oh, Wet n Wild was killing it, because their eyeshadows were pigmented, they were long lasting, they had different variety, you know, they had bright. Do you guys remember Wet n Wild, the limited edition collections? Those used to be so bright. Oh, especially the ones they bring out in the spring and summer. Beautiful. I don't know why they don't do that anymore. I'm just using the brown shade. I'm just gonna put that in my crease, just to begin with transition. I'm thinking of doing another OG YouTube video, maybe like techniques that YouTube popularized to the mainstream makeup consumer. You guys let me know if you guys would be interested in that kind of video, like makeup techniques that YouTube popularized. All right, so it's just a brown shade. It's actually showing up really nicely. This is a very, very fat brush, very, very fat. Okay, so next, I don't know what I'm doing, like what look I want to do, because like I said, I've never really used this palette before. I've had this palette for years, man, and it's still showing up. Like that's a testament to how good the palette is. I even bought it for a friend, not a little sister. She's a family friend, but I call her my little sister. She loves chocolates, like she's obsessed with chocolates. So I'm like, and she was just getting into makeup then too. Oh, this was so long ago. So I bought it for her for Christmas one year. Oh, she loved this palette so much. I'm like, don't eat it just because it smells like chocolate doesn't mean it tastes like it. But it took me like maybe 3 years after it came out for me to buy it. Like I said, I wasn't about to pay full price for it, but I did for somebody else as a gift. So why are some of us like that? Like we have trouble spending money on ourselves. When it comes to buying gift for others, it doesn't seem like such a big deal. At least for me anyway. I don't know why that is. I'm sure there's some psychological explanation for it, but we're not going to get into that today. Just going back with a big fluffy brush. I'm gonna use the kind of rose gold shade. But let me put a little bit of concealer on my eyelid first, because I want that shade to really pop. Let's go in with that rose gold shade. Pack it on. And I'm not gonna take it in all the way into my lid. I'll be on into the inner corner. I'm leaving the inner corner open because I want to go in with the lighter shade there. So I'm gonna go in with that big shiny light shade. It's like, it looks like a light pink. I'm gonna put that in the inner corner to just brighten up the eye a bit. Yes. Ah. Yes. Yes. I'm sorry. I need to use this palette more. It says beautiful. There was no funky business. Everything was so easy to blend. Yeah, this is nice. I like this. I really like this. Okay. So we're done with the eyes. I'm gonna name a brand that a lot of people do not like anymore. Well, they rebranded, so I don't know how people are feeling about the brand now. But the one eyeliner that I heard so much about back then was let me find it. Where is it? Where are you hiding? Where are you hiding? It was the Kat Von D tattoo liner. I only have the mini. I never bought the full size, and I actually only got the mini from Ipsy bag, I believe. This thing was talked to death when people loved Kat Von D at the time. Anyway, and I understand why people loved it. The tip is very fine. It's very black. It lasts. So I get why people liked it. Another one that I remember was the Stila liquid liner. I don't remember what that one is called. It was very good too. I opted for using Drugstore, so I used NYC. NYC is a discontinued brand. They had this one was a brush tip. It's not a pen liner like this one. It was a brush tip liner. I used that thing for years, but it doesn't exist anymore, so I had to switch. So the one that I switched to is actually the Physicians Formula High Booster. I recently discovered this one in the last 2 or so years, but apparently it was popular back then too, but I just didn't discover it. You know why? Physicians Formula never attracted me because they never had shades in their face product that could match me, so I never even looked at their other like eye products because they didn't have face that would match me, so I just wasn't checking for them until recently when I started couponing and I could get some of their products for free. So when I could get their products for free, I was like, okay, I'm gonna give you guys a check out. Anyway, so I'm gonna use the Kat Von D tattoo liner. My eye is watering. Don't you just hate when that happens? So that's that. For mascara, I'm going to be using the CLUMP Crusher. I don't have it in my collection anymore. I have a lot of eyelashes. No eyelashes. I have a lot of mascara. But once upon a time, I used to use this. And I remember it was Emily Noel that, you know, kind of clued me into this mascara. Because I wasn't a big false lashes wearer. Although I do remember one false lash that was super popular back then, and if I'm in the mood, maybe I will even put it on today, who knows. But that false lashes was ARDEL DEMI Wispies. The Wispies too were very popular, but I believe the DEMI Wispies was even more popular because it wasn't intimidating, but it still gave you that, you know, wispy kind of flared out look that you wanted. So but I wasn't big on lashes, even back then till today. I'm still not big on lashes. I tried to be, but it was just too much for me, too cumbersome for me. But this clump crusher, I remember I used to love it. So let's see if it's still as good as I remember. It separates your lashes really nicely. The bristle feels like a comb, like small comb coming through your lashes. So I can see this mascara pairing really well with a more volumizing mascara that kind of clumps your lashes. Then you use this to kind of separate it. Yes, I can see this being the perfect pair. And I have another mascara actually, I might even use it. Like, it separates my lashes, gives me volume and a little bit of length. You know, I'm gonna go in with my, not the length, I'm gonna go in with this Mega Protein one. That one kind of clumps my lashes a little bit, but it gives me the kind of, it darkens my lashes, and I like how it darkens my lashes. What I would have done normally is I would go in with this one first and then use that clump crusher to separate everything. Who needs false lashes when you have mascaras like this? Forget false lashes, man. So I'm going back with clump crusher. Yeah, see, that one gave me even more length. Going back with clump crusher to just kind of separate everything. Guys, I'm really loving this. Like, up close. Let me see if I can come close to the camera. Do you guys see that? I'm really loving this. I'm really loving this. Yes. I knew I loved it. You know, Temi buys good things. Alright, so my watering eye is just messing stuff up for me. Going back to the drugstore, because I just wasn't interested in buying a lot of high-end makeup back then. So I used to watch a lot of people that recommended drugstore stuff, which is why I used to love Emily Noel. The foundation I'm going to be using today is L'Oreal True Match. Now, what I remember, this foundation was popular back then a lot, but what I remember about it was, though it's oil free, it's not, I like matte foundation, and this foundation is not matte. So, and also because I have oily skin, I don't like how it just looks dewy and shiny after a while. But you know what? I've grown. I'm not so against a dewy look anymore, but I haven't used it in a while. But back then, and I remember that this was one of the few foundations in the drugstore that had a wide range of shades. The one downside is this foundation doesn't have a pump, so I don't like that. I do not like that at all. Okay, so I'm gonna have to like put it on a palette. I'm pretty sure this is my shade C9, but the issue with this foundation was they only carried that extended shade range in more urban areas. So the areas where you would find what's it called, where you would find beauty supply stores, those Asian beauty supply stores that sell like extensions and stuff like that, those areas, Walgreens and CVS is in those areas are the only ones that carry the deep shades. So it was you know, you had to like find CVS and Walgreens in those areas for you to be able to get this foundation. So that was the only downside. Another foundation that I love, really love, is the Revlon Color Stay. That was popular back then too. And back then, the thing with the Revlon Color Stay was they didn't have a lot of deep shades. They had only like 4 deep shades, and none of them was my exact match. But now they increased their shade range, and I found my perfect match, so I'm even happier. But I still used to use it like that. I used to make it work. I used to use cappuccino, and then I used mocha at one time, but none of those 2 shades match me. But yeah, Revlon Color Stay, that was my go-to back then. But I wanted to use something different in this video, because I think I've talked up Revlon Color Stay a lot on my channel. So I wanted to try this one, because I haven't tried it in a long time. And now that my preferences for foundation has kind of shifted, I'm not so against having like a more dewy look. So I'm like, you know, let's give this a try. Let's give this a try. Like I said, I think it matches me pretty well. What do you guys think? Looks like a great match, right? Especially to my chest. Yeah. It looks nice actually. I mean, it doesn't have a matte finish, but it has like a skin-like finish. So I like that. I actually like that. So I'm gonna use LA Girl concealer on my under eye. Although I don't use it anymore on my under eye because LA concealer is a bit matte and drying under my eye, especially because I have dry under eye. It took me a while to realize that. You know, you learn. But it has it's very drying, so I don't use it for under my eye anymore. But for the purpose of this video, we'll use it. Going back to that shade Fawn. Oh, this concealer is so pigmented. A little bit goes a long way, man. Alright guys, that's that. I'm gonna do something crazy today. I'm gonna use a product that I don't use anymore for obvious reasons. When I show you guys, you would know why. So, setting powder that I'm gonna use today is the COTY AIRSPUN. How many people remember this powder? Oh, the powder that everybody says smells like your grandma. Back then, everybody loved it though, and even us brown skinned women were using it. Why? It's too light for us, okay? I don't care what nobody says. It's too light for us. Well, I'm gonna use it sparingly today. But what I like using it for, actually, in the summer, if I need my foundation, so like if I need my foundation to really last, I would press the powder into my face after I put on my primer, and then I'll go in with my foundation, and that like locks in my foundation for the rest of the day. So that's how I use it nowadays, because if I'm not careful, it can give me flashback. You know, the powders I use now, they don't give me flashback, and then they give me a brightening effect under my eyes. But I'm just gonna use this lightly. The shade I bought is supposed to be translucent, but I noticed rather quickly that it's not translucent. So I'm not using it to bake or anything. I'm just using it to set under my eyes. Yep, still smells like your grandma. That's it, guys. I don't bake anyway, but I can't even if I wanted to bake, I can't bake with this powder. I'm gonna dust a little bit of it all over my face, just a little bit. I would be scared to take a flash photo with this. I bet you it's gonna flash back, because even already I can already see that you took away a little bit of the warmth that I add on my face. Okay, now the thing about face powders back there was like, again, for us dark skinned women, it was mostly MAC that had face powders that would work for us. Not a lot in the drugstore, so I don't think I even used face powders back then. But I know MAC was pretty popular, like MAC mineralized skin finish. Oh, that was so popular, but I never bought it. And then bronzer as well, just forget it. Bronzer for wear. If you're not buying, even MAC didn't have like deep shades for dark skinned women. So, oh no, I remember the one I was using. I was using COVERGIRL Queen Collection Ebony Bronze. I used that thing so much. I departed it. You know what? I'm gonna go grab it. Don't give me a second. All right, this is it. This is Ebony Bronze. This is what I used to use as a bronzer back then. This was the only thing I could use as a bronzer back then. So I completely forgot that I deported it. So let's use that. Just use that to bring back some warmth. But they discontinued the COVERGIRL Queen Collection line, so they have the full spectrum in the regular line now, and I believe Ebony Bronze is back in that full spectrum line. So thank God they brought it back. Although we have more options now, so, but you know, some of us are still Ebony Bronze lovers, because that was the only thing that we could use back then. All right, so let's go on to blush. The one blush that I swore to death for was the elf blushes. So I have the blush palette, and then I have this one. This one, the shade is Wanderlust. I don't think they sell this anymore either. But I'm going to be using the blush palette today. So they have it in light, and then they have it in dark. I believe most of the shades in here is dark. So we just go with the dark. Elf was doing it, you know, was doing it big, you know, back in the day. They still are now. You know, you could get affordable products from them, and they were good. They weren't like cheap, like, you know, one of those they are cheap but they're not good kind of brand. They were actually good. So I'm gonna use the somewhat reddish shade on my cheeks today. Yep, as you see, it shows up on me. I should leave it like that. Nah, we're gonna blend it in. We're going to blend it in. Annie, can you close the door? Okay, I think I went a little bit too heavy-handed on this blush. I remember every time Elf had a 50% off, I used to go ham on their website. Their brushes. I gave away a lot of their eyeshadow palettes that I used to have. So another of their product that I actually have is their it's a highlight. It's supposed to be a baked blush, but it's a highlighter on me. This shade is Pinktastic. This Pinktastic particularly was so popular back then. Everybody wanted it, and it was so difficult to get too. Again, they don't sell it anymore. Sorry for those of you that want it but don't have it. Sorry. The watery eye keeps messing up my beautiful shadow. So let's see that highlight. It's not too much, but it gives you that glow. I love this highlighter. It's actually a part of my finish by December for this year. I don't think I'm gonna finish it. It used to be domed and then it broke. That's why it's not domed anymore. Of course, everybody knows that MAC. Again, MAC was just killing it. Back in the day, MAC was killing it. I don't know what happened. I think because there's so much other brands in the market, MAC just kind of went into the background, unfortunately. And the funny thing is, I actually didn't buy this. Somebody gifted it to me. Somebody gave me 2 MAC lipsticks. I was so happy. Oh, it smells delicious. But the one that I loved and used quite often was the MILANI, I think they're statement lipsticks or something. I'm going to use both actually. This MAC one is called Heavy Petting and it's in cream sheen. It's like a plumish shade, I think. So I'm going to put that on the outer. And we can put Teddy inside. I think that combo is perfect. So final, last but not least, setting spray. I don't remember setting spray being a big thing back then, but apparently it was. So when I was looking online, people said a matte, NYX matte finishing spray, NYX matte finish setting spray. Yeah, apparently that was popular. The one that I remember was the one from I know Urban Decay was in no, it wasn't. It was MAC again. It was MAC Fix Plus. Never bought it. I bought one from Elf again. I don't have it anymore. I bought a lot of things for Elf. Even the primer, I used to use the Elf primer on my face. It didn't do anything for me, so I chugged it. But we use this setting spray. It's supposed to be matte, so we'll see if it's actually matte. Let me just put black eyeliner on. I don't remember any like pencil eyeliner being like really, I mean pencil eyeliner is pencil eyeliner to me anyway. I'm gonna use this Smashbox always on pencil eyeliner. It's black, See, this is why I don't like using the LA Girl under my eye anymore. It just dries out my under eye. I think I want to do smoke a little bit of that purple on my under eye. Alright, that's the finished look, guys. What do you guys think? The only product that I don't remember too much about is the foundation. And I'll do a check-in so that we'll see how it holds up. I need to use this foundation more. I like how it looks. It looks skin-like. Yeah, all these products, they're still good. Like I said, a lot of it I don't use anymore because of my particular skin type or my preferences. One way or another, I don't use them anymore, but they're still good. So you might fall in love with any of them. So the eyeshadow, I'm going to use this eyeshadow more. I need to use it more. It was very, very easy to blend. There was no issues. It's pigmented. But the thing is, it's great for someone that just wants something that's good for every day. Not every day, like something you can use for your just glam look. Maybe you're not like you're low maintenance makeup wearer, but you like to do glam looks. This chocolate bar from Too Faced is a good buy. It's pretty. It's very, very pretty. You can get different looks from it. As you can see, it's really pretty. You can't go wrong with MILANI lipsticks if you're not into paying the MAC prices. MILANI lipsticks are beautiful. They are $6.99 on CVS. Beautiful. They smell delicious. Okay. The L'Oreal foundation looks absolutely beautiful. It looks gorgeous on the skin. We have a lot more options now. So we don't have to like keep hunting down our shade anymore. Thank God. Thank God for that. But L'Oreal foundation, Revlon Color Stay, those are great options. So if you want something that is more matte, Revlon Color Stay, the oily combo version. If you want something more skin-like, like what I have, then the L'Oreal one would be better. For powder, like I said, the COTY AIRSPUN, it's not a bad powder if you don't mind the smell. But for my brown skin, yeah, no. I use it under my makeup before I go on with foundation to kind of lock it in and make sure it lasts. But to set my face, I don't use that anymore. So if you guys want recommendations for like brown skin friendly at the drugstore, I will link a video I did. It's like good product for brown skin people in the drugstore, like especially at Walmart. I'll link that video down below if you want some good recommendations of good products. So like I said, ABH brow, the only complaint I have is that the shade is a bit too gray on me, but apart from that, still good. If you want that bold brow look, you can't go wrong with ABH. If you want a more softer look, you can also try the ABH, the skinny pencil, or you can just go with NYX. Okay, you can go with NYX micro brow pencil. It's only $10 instead of $20 with ABH. Okay, you're saving 50% off. So I'll do a check-in just to show you guys what this look is looking like at the end, and I'll slide that in. But otherwise, you guys like my hair? I actually took the time out to style it today. I got pretty for you guys especially, so I hope you guys are appreciating my look. Hi guys, so just coming to show you guys how my face looks at the end of the day. As you can see, I'm already in my nightgown. I even did my hair. I just finished actually. So I didn't blot or anything, and this is the extent of the oil on my face. It's actually not bad. I didn't go out at all today, but I was busy in the house. I was cooking, cleaning. I was busy for quite a while. The eyeshadow is still looking banging. Wing is still on point. I took a nap. Even did lipstick, a little bit off, but you can still see a trace of it on my lips. This is not bad. Without blotting or anything, this is not bad. Okay, now if I was outside like in the hot sun, I'm sure I would have gotten more oily than this. But the foundation is not like wearing off, like it's not rubbing off in anywhere. It actually stayed pretty decent on my face, just, you know, oily, and that's to be expected for me. But the fact that the foundation is actually still on my face, even the blush, I don't know if you guys can see, still see traces of the blush and the highlight, everything is on point. You guys see these lashes? Yeah, I'm really feeling that clump crusher. Anywho, so this was a win. This about 7.5 wear. So I finished my makeup around 1:30. It's 11 p.m. now, so it's about 7.5, right? Yeah, about 7.5 wear. So I think I need to give more love to that L'Oreal foundation, and that BECCA primer seemed like it did something, but I would not jump, okay, because again, I didn't go anywhere. So if it was in the sun, I'm sure it would act differently. So yeah, but yeah, see you guys later. Okay, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate you joining us once again, and let me know in the comment section below if there are any OG beauty YouTube favorites that you still love till today. If there are some that you're like, what are you guys talking about? I hate this is crap. Let me know that also in the comment section below. So thank you again for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.